Now at 10, Jasper County breaks ground on a project intended to improve emergency response. Plus, Crawford County's mobile mental health unit makes its way to a law enforcement center. And a new educational opportunity for preschoolers prepares to launch in Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Tracking some more storms in the area tonight. This is KOIM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we've had some very electric storms over the past couple hours. We have had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, but most of these have been at least somewhat behaving. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning across Washington County and also Nowata County in northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Storms pushing off toward the east, again, very electric, but most of these are producing winds 30 to 40, maybe upwards to about 45 miles per hour. Just a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, and it's going to be a loud night tonight because we have additional ones which are building in back to the west. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a tour. You can see strong thunderstorm moving out of Bronson just to the west of Fort Scott. And then we can track these down right along I-49 toward Jasper and Carthage. Moderate storm, but again, nothing too strong. Let's go through time. Batches of showers and thunderstorms keep rolling through. We can't rule out a severe thunderstorm warning, but most of these will just stay strong for us tonight. We'll look more at this coming up in a bit.
See you soon. Work is now underway on a new Jasper County-wide public safety radio system. Officials today broke ground at the Sarcoxy Radio Tower site on Bridgeview Road. Project will revitalize 4 existing tower locations throughout the county and build 2 new ones. It'll also fund new radio equipment for first responders in their vehicles, which officials say will improve emergency response.
The dispatchers that we have are one of the most trained systems that we have in this area. Jasper County 911 services, amazing, above all the rest. So the communication from them to the police officers, from the police officers to 911 center has to be on point. And if it's not, then we need to fix it. And that's what we're doing today.
The county approved funding for that project in 2021. The Crawford County Mobile Mental Health Unit found itself just outside the Law Enforcement Center in Pittsburgh this afternoon. Jason Southard with the mobile unit says by setting up outside the Law Enforcement Center, they're able to provide same-day access to a new avenue of people.
If we can provide help that will help them not be seen as a nuisance, not be seen as disturbing the peace, not be seen as something to avoid, then man, that makes a difference for those people and therefore makes a difference for all of us.
This was the 7th outing of the mobile unit. The unit was outside the Law Enforcement Center from noon to 2 p.m. City of Pittsburgh cuts the ribbon marking completion of the Quincy Rouse Street project. It's a long time coming for a lot of people. The project began back in 2022 and involved construction of a 3-lane concrete roadway with 5-foot sidewalks and street lighting.
This is about a 3/4 mile long project that we took from a 2-lane with open ditches to a 3-lane with curb and gutter, storm sewer improvements. We also did some water line improvements as well as a rail crossing improvement and some grade changes to this project.
Although that area had already been open to traffic, the occasion today marked the official reopening of the Quincy Street project. The mini golf course at Pittsburgh's Four Oaks Golf will be ready for tee time this week. The golf course today cut the ribbon on the completed mini course. Groundbreaking for that 18-hole course was in February. It was paid for through private funding and donations.
Why we're here is we had a need, and we had a community member that recognized the need and step up and help us, resolve a problem. We've had a mini course for a long time, probably 5 decades. It had become in a state of disrepair, and then once COVID hit, it kind of just put it to a point where it was not economically to repair it.
This new mini course replaces one that closed back in 2020. That course had as many as 6,000 rounds played annually before it closed for good. A new educational experience will soon take flight in Joplin. Joplin schools are now accepting enrollment applications for 3 new neighborhood-based preschool classrooms for 4-year-old students called Little Eagles Flight School. The new preschool will be offered to residents in the Irving, Royal Heights, and Soaring Heights areas as part of a pilot program designed to provide quality early learning opportunities for more district children.
So we are accepting enrollments right now. We only have 16 seats in each classroom, and so they can go to our school website and enroll through Power School, and then there is a form for them to fill out to show interest in which neighborhood program they're interested in.
Keep it simple. You can find a link to enroll through our website. Just go to KOIMnewsnow.com. We hear Girard High School teacher Jeremiah Hudson likes to joke about never being on the news. Well, that's changed. Thank the students for that. Girard High School seniors pranked Hudson by camping out in his yard overnight. Hudson is the government/economic teacher at Girard. His students wanted to prank Hudson for a last bonding experience and also to show appreciation for their teacher.
He's a great teacher. We all love him. His class may not be the funnest to learn, but he makes it really fun and enjoyable on a subject that's probably not the most enjoyable for all of us. We all love him. He always will joke with us. He'll ask you how your day is. He's a really great teacher, and we all love him a lot.
Some students spent the night or showed up around 2 or 3 a.m. to pull off that prank. A burglar shows off some unusual break-in techniques in a Duquesne pizzeria. That's coming up. Plus, the president and the former president agreed to a debate schedule. President Biden and former President Trump today agreed to hold 2 campaign debates, one in June, the other in September. Skylar Henry has details.
As the race for the White House heats up, President Biden and former President Trump now agree on at least one thing. They plan to go head-to-head in debates this summer.
Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice.
Trump responded in this social media post, saying, "Just tell me when, I'll be there. Let's get ready to rumble."
I really think he has to debate. He might as well get it over with. Probably should do it early so that he can, he's not going to get any better.
The Biden and Trump campaigns have been negotiating about holding debates for some time. 2 face-to-face meetings are planned. The first on June 27th, hosted by CNN in Atlanta. The second, hosted by ABC on September 10th. CBS News asked voters if they plan to tune in.
I might watch part of it, but I think it'll just annoy me so much.
I doubt it. I might, but I doubt it because I know what each one is going to say.
The debates are not expected to include a live audience, and the Biden campaign wants moderators to be able to cut the mic to limit interruptions.
We can do it in a manner where the rules are enforceable and that the American people have the opportunity to actually hear from the candidates before they cast their ballots.
I am. Come on.
Later in the day, President Biden was asked if he's looking forward to the debates, first of which will be the earliest in modern American history. It will take place before he and Trump have formally accepted their party's nominations at this summer's Democratic and Republican conventions. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
President Biden had announced he would not participate in fall presidential debates sponsored by the nonpartisan commission that has organized them for more than 3 decades. Biden's campaign instead proposed that media outlets directly organize the debates. A federal judge will not cut a prison sentence short for a former economic aide to Donald Trump. Peter Navarro is in prison for contempt of Congress after ducking a subpoena for documents and testimony from the House committee that investigated the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Last week, Navarro asked a district judge in D.C. to allow him to cut 30 days off his 4-month prison sentence in exchange for 30 days of supervised release. Today, the judge said no, rejected that request. Navarro reported to a federal prison in Florida on March 19th after other appeals were rejected by the Supreme Court. New surveillance video shows a man breaking into a Duquesne pizzeria using a kind of questionable technique. Casano's Pizzeria posted security video of this break-in on their Facebook page, dubbing it the perp, quote, ninja burglar. The ninja burglar, as they call him, did more than just kind of roll around funny. The owner says the burglar got away with some money from a cash box, but only after spending quite a while on an empty safe.
Also funny is we had a safe in our office that stopped kind of operating, and it was just sitting in there. And he spent 45 minutes breaking into the safe just to find that it was empty.
The Duquesne Police Department confirmed that there is an open investigation. Anyone with information about the April 19th break-in should give them a call. A very good boy in Newton County helped with a major drug bust. The Newton County Sheriff's Department says Deputy Weiser and his canine partner Loki stopped a vehicle and discovered marijuana, cocaine, and fentanyl. Investigators believe the driver was trafficking the drugs from Tulsa to St. Louis. Authorities also seized a firearm. The department said, quote, "While we recognize that marijuana possession is legal in Missouri, trafficking controlled substances across state lines is not," end quote. A little later, how experts used trees to determine the summer of 2023 broke a 2,000-year-old record.
Plus, a very loud night for us tonight with showers and thunderstorms. We're going to look at that coming up.
At Furniture and More.
Well, of course, we've had showers, we've had thunderstorms, very electric storms, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Not too much severe weather. We've had 2 or 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, I think actually 4. But overall, these have been just really strong storms across the region. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, still severe thunderstorm watch in western counties, severe thunderstorm warning in southern parts of Nowata County. Everybody else, we just have good, strong showers and thunderstorms. Again, a lot of lightning cruising off toward the east at about 45 miles per hour. And we've had winds gusting 40 upwards to 50 in some of the storms, but overall behaving. You can see some additional thunderstorms popping up in our far western counties. Let's go ahead, take a tour. Here's Fort Scott. So just north of Fort Scott, strong storm, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Here's I-49, so heading over toward just east of Jasper, Lockwood. Another pretty strong storm. Moderate rain through Joplin right now. Very intense storm, northern Washington County into northern parts of Nowata County. This will slide into Craig and Ottawa, but it looks like most of the severe part will stay just to our south. But of course, we'll keep our eyes on that. But check this out. Look at everything developing behind it that is going to rotate through tonight. So again, very loud, a lot of rain. Overall, most of these will just be strong, but we could have a random severe thunderstorm warning or 2. If we did, it would be for winds at 60 and quarter-size hail. If you're wondering if it's safe to go to bed, yeah, pretty much not much of a tornado threat with these as they work through tonight. All right, here's 1 a.m. Showers, thunderstorms actually increasing as we go through the night, especially late tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Heavy amounts of rain working through 4:30, 5, 6 a.m. So a wet start with periods of showers and thunderstorms on top of us. Here's 10 a.m. Rain still continues, starts to taper off once we get into the afternoon. But rainfall amounts and the heavier storms, you can pick up 2, maybe 3 inches. I think most of us will at least pick up a ½ inch of rain. All right, so once we get rid of this, let's go to tomorrow afternoon. And overall, most of this rain is going to work out of here early afternoon. We could still have a spotty shower or 2. Tomorrow night, mainly dry, spotty shower or 2. And then as we go into Friday, I have a slight chance for rain in especially our southern counties. But I really think most of us end up staying dry, just a spotty shower or 2 as we go into Friday. So most of the heavy rain is going to be tonight. Showers and thunderstorms through the morning hours tomorrow. High temp right around 75. And then let's go 73 on Friday. Again, a few isolated showers. 80s move in over the weekend. Thunderstorms back in late Sunday, back to a severe threat again. It's May on Monday and Tuesday.
You say that just so casually, like, of course, of course.
The way this season's been. Yeah.
There you go. Can't argue with that. Thanks, Doug. If you're ever on the go and you still want to be able to watch our newscasts live, including those weather forecasts live, just download the KOAM Plus app. It's absolutely free of charge. Might as well download it right now. Just search for KOAM Plus. 2023 was the hottest summer in the Northern Hemisphere in the past 2,000 years. How do we know? Well, researchers from Germany and the UK made that determination using tree ring data. The current El Nino is expected to continue into this summer, likely breaking records once again. In a few years, heat might be a particular concern for an aging population. A new study says by 2050, more than a fifth of the Earth's population will be over 60 years old. At the same time, climate change is making the planet warmer. That's a problem because older people are at a higher risk for health problems when exposed to acute and chronic heat. The number of people at risk worldwide from extreme heat is set to at least double over the next 25 years. President Biden has been campaigning heavily on his efforts to lower health care costs, particularly for senior citizens, but it appears his message hasn't gotten through the key voting bloc. According to a new KFF poll, many older Americans aren't aware of the major provisions Biden enacted in the Inflation Reduction Act. Only 40% of seniors know Medicare enrollees have a cap on out-of-pocket drug costs. While that's up from 27% in November, it's still less than half. One of Biden's most touted provisions was capping insulin costs at $35 a month, but only 52% of older Americans are aware of that provision. Still ahead, Colgan High School baseball tries to join its softball team in advancing the state. And Columbus and Frontenac softball meet in the regional championship. John Dale says highlights from those games and more.
Frontenac and Columbus softball are on a collision course in the 3A regional tournament. The Raiders and Titans won their quarterfinal and semifinal games by a combined score of 47-0, setting up a matchup between the two of them in the championship. One of the best softball matchups in Southeast Kansas, Columbus against Frontenac. Winner goes to state. Top of the first inning, Gracie Major flies out to right field, but it's a sacrifice fly, and the Titans get on the board first, 1-0 Columbus. Bottom of the first inning, bases loaded for Avery Johnson. She hits a line drive into the gap. That's going to clear the bases. Big collision at the plate, but Annie Lee's all right. Johnson makes her way to third. Raiders take a 3-1 lead. A few batters later, Tenley Sullivan singles into left field. That brings in another run. Frontenac leads 4-1 in the first. Bottom of the second, Annie Lee belts one deep beyond the fence into the lawn chairs past left field. That's gone for a 2-run homer. Raiders lead big. It's 6-1. Now we go to the final inning of play. Columbus trying to keep its season alive, but Maddie LaJautis makes the catch for the final out. Frontenac beats Columbus 6-2. The Raiders are on their way to state.
I think we just came in today with confidence, and that's what we wanted to gain towards the end of the season. We saw a lot of great pitching and, kind of revamped our schedule, and I had 100% confidence in this group, and I think that they really did in themselves too. And it's a nice little revenge, to get back on top. And, this group has worked so hard this year. I don't like the word satisfying because I don't ever want to be satisfied. I don't want my kids to be satisfied, but, I don't think they could have played any better tonight.
Over to Class 4A, Labette County softball won its regional semifinal game in extras, but falls to Rock Creek in the championship 8-6. Lady Grizzlies finished the year with a 15-6 record, one game short of state. Kansas High School baseball, Erie against Colgan in the 2-1A regional championship. Cooper Simmons in a groove on the mound. The Panther starter gets back-to-back strikeouts in the third inning, then another the next inning. We go ahead to the bottom of the third. Colgan up 3-0. Tristan Voss hits a line drive into right center. That scores two more Panthers. They take a 5-0 lead. Fourth inning now. Kyson Bennett comes up to the plate. He hits it high in the air to center field. That causes trouble. That drops down. Score another run for the Panthers as well. Same inning, Colgan still at the plate. Brock Riddell splits the gap in left center with an RBI double Colgan scores 4 in the fourth, cruises to a regional championship. The Panthers are headed to state for the 34th time in 38 seasons under head coach Mike Watt. Class 4A, this result, bit of a surprise. Fort Scott loses on its home field to Bishop Miege in the regional semifinals in extra innings. The Tigers finished the 2024 season with a 19-8 record. In the NBA, the Thunder in that pivotal Game 5 against the Mavs tonight, down by 18 in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
That's not good.
Not good at all.
They're running out of time and a long way to go. We'll be right back. This performance by students in the Pittsburgh High School Musical Department today wasn't in their typical venue, no. They performed a chamber concert at the First United Methodist Church. Beautiful music. The concert featured music from a variety of genres performed by small ensembles, as well as a special performance from the department's 3 instructors. Some nice music there, some music outside right now.
Yeah.
That's mostly of the thunder variety, kind of percussion, you might say.
It is a lot of electricity as well. It's going to be very loud tonight, showers and thunderstorms. Most of these storms will just be strong storms, but a wet start tomorrow, so showers and thunderstorms through the morning, and then we start to dry out a bit by tomorrow afternoon.
Heading into what promises to be a nice weekend eventually. Final sports note.
Missouri Southern Baseball begins NCAA tournament play tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock. They play Harding at home.
Wow, looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.